Hello, I have returned. Right. I'm back. Hello again. I'm slightly less annoyed than I was earlier. I've had some time to let it go. You're awake still. I guess that's okay. Well, wait a minute. Is it 8 or 9 hours ahead? I'm trying to think. Also, like, is there daylight savings time there? Is it different now? The time difference different? Okay, it's minutes, so 8 hours ahead now. I feel like it was 9 before, or I might be misremembering. But I mean, my clock went ahead an hour. So yeah, thank you, daylight savings time. It's a thing. I'm aware. I know that not everyone does it. I'm always aware because of RuneScape. Because RuneScape is based off of, like, I don't know what, GMT, like the standard, the Greenwich time. Summer clock time changes later in Europe. Okay, that's definitely not confusing. I guess it's not everywhere. I know, like, UK, because of, like, RuneScape, their midnight is either 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. for me, and it changes. And now it's at 5 p.m. That's what I know. What got me into RuneScape? A friend came over sometime in 2004. I was like, I heard about this cool game. I think it was something like that. Yeah, like, one friend was like, oh, you should check this game out. And then I was like, okay, sure, this seems cool. And then I played it a bunch. And then that was like, then, like, everybody in our class was, you know, getting into RuneScape. Not everybody, but, like, a lot of the people in the class at the time were playing RuneScape. Obviously, I was in school at this point. Yeah, it spread. And then a lot of us were playing RuneScape. And then the next year, maybe, or like a year and a half or 2 years later, I can't remember when exactly, there was a bit of a shift, but then a lot of us started getting into MapleStory, and I don't remember which friend started that, but then there was a bit of a RuneScape versus MapleStory war, you know, like, oh, is it cooler to be playing one versus the other, blah blah blah. So yeah, it was very MMO focused at that point. And then it kind of shifted back again. And then also Club Penguin was popular at some point. I do remember playing that. I think after all those other games, believe it or not. Which is funny, because you would think that I would be playing Club Penguin before the other games. But hey, I had a Puffle. I took him on little walks. It was a great time. I tried to tip the iceberg. I was finding those weekly pins. Club Penguin was fun. I don't know. I enjoyed it. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Am I dating myself with this? Hey, look, I wasn't at the geriatric hey, you're in your walker and you're over the age of 12 or whatever. Whatever it is, 30 plus for Club Penguin where they have the penguin in the walker. Is that real? I've seen the meme. I can't remember if it's actually legit. Let me just Club Penguin. Let me do some research here. I need to figure this out. It ran from '05. Okay, interesting. I started playing RuneScape in wow, '04? It was '04, I think. I keep getting it mixed up whether it's '05 or '04, but I did check at one point. Because I remember, like, I started playing again in 2024. We were in Panfu. I don't know if I pronounced that's anyway. Same type of thing as Club Penguin. Okay. I mean, hey, we all had one thing, but apparently, Club Penguin came out late 2005. So I must have been playing in '05 or '06. But I did start RuneScape in '04. I know that. And then I guess I started MapleStory in '05. There's no shame. I feel no shame towards any of this. Don't worry. There's no shame in Club Penguin. But yeah, MapleStory. MapleStory is actually like working on a classic server, which is, you know, clearly the move. It's actually hilarious how like this just keeps happening. And I know like if you didn't play MMOs, then it won't make as much sense. But like RuneScape started as RuneScape. I don't know. I don't have time to like do a whole thing, so I'm gonna try to make this quick. But like RuneScape started as what's now known as RuneScape Classic. It was super jank and super like low quality. You know, it was. I tried playing it at some point. It was rough. Okay, but then they made a new one. Okay, and then they like. Yeah, they just made a new version where it was like the same stuff, but they changed a bunch of it. And then, you know, then you had like RuneScape 2, which is what people like refer to it now. And then that ran for a while. And what most considered the golden age of that would be around 2007. But then in a couple years later, they came up with an update that changed everything. This was known as the evolution of combat, because they wowified the combat. And that kind of created RuneScape 3. But they like it was RuneScape 3 essentially, but like your character just like was ported over. Right? I mean, I guess it was always the same game. I don't know if porting it over is the correct word, but what was RuneScape 2 became RuneScape 3 with this big update. And a lot of people didn't like it. And then they were like, "Hey, wait a minute. What if we made an old version of RuneScape before we ruined it? Wait a second. That's a great idea." And then they made old school RuneScape, and that's what that is. So old school RuneScape is made off of a backup of a specific 2007 build. So they started from there, and then everything that's gone into the game so far has been voted in by players. So basically the classic good form of the game, but with, you know, updates, features, quality of life, blah blah blah. Okay, and then I never really played WoW. I played like the free trial when you could get to like level 20 on a character, and maybe I got to level 20. WoW kind of not it, honestly. I'm not a big fan of WoW. But then WoW made like WoW Classic, you know? Like that was a thing. So like, huh. And then it's like MapleStory's like, we've ruined the game. Everything's so easy. You press a button and you level up 3 times. That's happened sometimes, by the way. It's ridiculous. But now they're working on a classic server. So it's funny that all these MMOs that have like, I guess, slowly lost their player bases are maybe like, oh shoot, how do we get people back? I know. We'll make a new classic server when it was good and people liked playing. I don't know. I'm just amused, you know? Like clearly there's something to it if a bunch of these companies are doing it. Although MapleStory's hilarious. Honestly, because it's like seen such change over the years. Like, I guess, I don't know, RuneScape's different. RuneScape, it's like, hey, you're a little kid. You're just killing goblins or cows because that's what seems right to you, you know? And then if you play it now, it's like, wow, you can completely skip that. If you become a member and you do this quest at a really low level, boom, you get a bunch of experience. You're now level 30 combat. You have like tons of attack and strength. You can skip the cows. It's you know, like there's so many different training things, because I feel like my stats like took forever to get, but now like all my old school stats are better than my RuneScape 3 character stats, because like I'm just more efficient and better, and I know the strats, and it's like, oh, well, what's the good way to do things, blah blah blah, you know. But then when you're a kid, it's not, so it's like, wow, the difference is you in that case. But in Maple Story, it's like back in the day, you'd be like in the ant tunnel at level 28 all weekend long, and you'd be like, I just want to make it to level 30. I want to get the second job. And it would be quite the struggle. I spent a lot of time in the ant tunnel, I can tell you that. But yeah, I don't know, the experience rates, I just think were so bad. And it was like comical how bad they were. Because like when I originally played it, I think the like highest level I got was like 57 or something. It was, I didn't even hit third job, you know? But now it's like, I think they're like, but then they like made all these like different characters and like ridiculous things. They're like, oh, it's a burning character, so every time you level up, you actually level up 3 times, and then you're just like cruising through levels. And they also made like the experience like rates and what you need to level up different, so it's like so easy in comparison. So you can like have a level like 150 something and no problem. And I don't know, I just think it'd be cool to like try out the classic one again. And you know, because I assume they'll adjust the experience rates a little bit, so it won't be a 1-to-1 experience, but it'll still invoke the same feeling without being super ridiculous, because like you can only do the Kerning PQ so many times. That was a classic. Just looking for a party quest so you could like level up. I remember doing that a lot. It was quite the time. Oh man. Alright, I guess we're already 12 minutes in. We're getting there. I mean, I think this is, we only have 1 more acre left to deal with, if I'm not mistaken. And that should only be 3 inventories. So my estimate of 15 to 20 minutes, probably accurate. And then we'll be done for the day. And I can, you know, maybe get a shelf built. That would maybe be a good idea. Maybe get some other stuff done. Trying to like drop money where it makes sense, but like not every acre is full at this point, which is like a little, you know. I don't know. I don't really know how I'm doing it. I mean, D5's good, which is good, but that one's the one that I just dropped in is not good, and that's also like an auxiliary acre, so I guess that one should have less money. But also that one's important, and I usually pull from that one anyway. I don't know, I could fix it sometime later in the week, or I could just fix it now, or I could just not and deal with it. I don't know. There's ways around it. But yeah, I got a plan for Pocopia tomorrow. Hopefully I can get my hands on it. And then, I don't know, I'll probably be so wiped out after tomorrow to even be able to start it. But Wednesday, maybe. Maybe. Hopefully. I don't have to worry about turnips for the rest of the week after this. Realize I ran too far. Nope. Didn't do that right. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. Okay, we got 2 more. 2 more and I'm out of here. And then, yeah, tomorrow we look for Gulliver. And check the price, just to confirm I didn't mess up. Even though I'm pretty confident I didn't mess up, but we should still check it anyway, because who knows? Why not? Okay, yeah, so Gulliver tomorrow. We look for rain. Look for Gulliver, grab the price, that's it. Wednesday, Katrina shows up. Look for the Gulliver, look for rain. Same. Thursday, same. Reload the game Thursday night. Important part. Friday, who cares? Nothing. Friday, get this done early. Enjoy an evening of Pokopia, hopefully. Life's good. Saturday, hopefully we have our next visitor that matters on Saturday. Well, not really. Nah, maybe Gracie shows up. Maybe not. That would be nice. I haven't seen Gracie in what feels like forever, to be honest. Could I tell you when? Maybe. No, don't tell me it's been that long. I've not seen Gracie since basically the end of January. It's been over a month. You gotta see her more often. Like, please. I don't need Red to show up. I don't need Sales. I don't need Katrina. I don't need Sahara. I don't need Wendell. Just give me Gracie. Grace my town with Grace. Okay. Bad timing there. Grace my town with Gracie's presence, please. And give me new shirts. I want to get those last two. If I could get those last two before May, that would actually be insane. Because then the only shirts we'd need would be from Nooks. So that would be pretty cool. Getting the last thing from Gulliver is also pretty cool. Gyroids would also be nice, but, you know, gyroids are a little bit more subject to... I don't know, gyroids could happen whenever, but also there's tons, so it's a little awkward. But I don't know, there might be like, I don't know. I don't think there's like an increased chance to get new ones. I just think it's completely random. And I've got a lot at this point. I kind of wish I kept count of how many gyroids I've pulled. I could check, but it would also be annoying to check. Well, it would basically be whatever I have cataloged, plus the whatever's in those 2 acres, just chilling. But counting those would be annoying. Or maybe something I could do at some point if I'm bored. Or need something to do. I don't know. Okay, that should be the last inventory. So I'm going to just double check. Again, we're at like the 17-minute mark. So we're just going to double check all the acres that I bought in and make sure I haven't missed any turnips. But I mean, most acres have the right amount of money now. Anyway, here we go. This is the first one. This one looks good. It is short a little bit. It's missing like 6 bags. Maybe I should just take from this acre since it never works. I'm gonna do one crazy thing. This is where... This is where the snowball spawn is, I believe. What's going on here? Did I guess it should be like 2, 4, 6, 8. So it's a little bit weird with that one spot. I don't know. I don't know if that spot, like, I had it blocked and then and she never shows up there and I don't know why. So, like, I don't know. Now I'm going to, like, move all the things in that little square. Is that going to make a difference? Probably not, but, like, I don't know. I might as well give it a try. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, so this acre, we bought 4. And again, all the numbers that I have, it's usually like 1 less because I move it to the store right away. So there would have been 3 here and 3 in the last one, and I don't see any in either of them. And then the 9 and 7 ones are gone, and then this one would have had 11, I think, unless I somehow messed that up. Not 100% sure, but I don't see anything there. This one's all full, which is nice. And then this one... No turnips here. Everything was a clean, full inventory. This one is obviously not quite full, but it's only missing like 4? No, yeah, 4. It's only missing 4. Okay, so I'm going to call that done. There's nothing left. So, yeah, there you go. 20 minutes, and we're good. So that's it for the day. Everything's sold off. That's it for the week in the turnip sense. And yeah, there's not really much promise for the rest of the week. We haven't seen rain in a bit, so maybe we'll see some rain. I don't know if we're going to get anything new this week. It might just be kind of one of those filler weeks. But we'll wait and see. Anyway, that's it for me for now. Hopefully you can get some sleep. That would be good. But for now, that's it. Again, there's really not much going on. We're just going to look for Gulliver, look for rain, and then wait to see who shows up on Saturday. It's really all I can do. Anyway, I'm out of here. Take care. I'll see you around, and goodbye.